All right, man.
We are back.
We're back. Good day. Whoa. All right. Little extra there for us.
Yeah. Sneak preview for next time.
Yeah, I like that, man. I like that. Good week for me, man. A good week for you?
Yeah, good week for me too.
How was tennis? I didn't go to tennis tonight. How was tennis?
So, it was really good. There's this other guy, and his name was Tommy, and he kind of sounded like that,
Who's Tommy?
I don't know.
Like he was practicing with you guys?
No, he wasn't practicing with us. He was he was another coach or whatever.
Okay.
And he was like, he had like a Boston accent kind of thing.
Those are the worst.
And yeah.
Kept hitting the pool.
Yeah, kind of like that. And then he also sounded like in Home Alone where when Kevin McAllister's watching the show and it's like, I'll give you like 10 seconds to get your butt out of my office. He sounded like that guy.
Maybe that was him. That could have been him. Wasn't he good at tennis?
He was okay at tennis.
All right. Okay. Hey, so one of the things I want to talk about, on Friday night, we went to a jazz concert.
We sure did.
Went to Myron's Cabernet, which is right next to the Smith Center here in Vegas. Yeah. And what did you think of the jazz concert?
It was really good. I was like expecting like some like pretty, like I don't really know what I was expecting, but it was good.
I'll tell you what you were expecting. You were expecting, so you've been on this Office kick lately.
Yeah.
And you've been watching a lot of The Office.
I love The Office.
And one of the episodes you recently watched was the Michael Scarn movie.
Oh, yes. I love that movie.
And if you recall, Michael Scarn has to go to a jazz band as part of his problem solving and clue gathering.
I thought, yeah.
That's probably what you thought. You thought Jan was going to be on a piano singing words backwards.
Yeah. The hostages are under the stadium.
Yeah. That wasn't the case at all. But it was cool. It had an element that I didn't expect where it had a guy that would tap dance along with it. And I just thought, man, I wonder if it's too late for me to get into tap.
Yeah.
You think it's too late for me?
Yes, I do.
Is it too late for you?
No, not too
all
late.
All right, should we get you into tap?
Yes, we should.
I don't know if we will, but I like the thought of it.
So shout out to Trevor, because I'm pretty sure Trevor does tap dancing.
I don't know, Trevor, your buddy up the street?
Yeah, right up the street.
Oh, nice, man. Yeah. Cool. All right, Trevor, let's get you. If I could tap dance, I don't think I would ever normally walk anywhere. I would just tap everywhere I went.
You're like, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, you're walking through the grocery store and you'd just be happier. Like that guy just seemed happy.
Throw on your tap shoes.
Yeah, you're just tapping around, man.
I think like tap shoes are just like the whole entire bottom part is just like wooden.
No, there's metal clips on like the toe and I think on the heel. I think the heel for sure and the toe definitely has a metal component to it.
I was like trying to during it, I was trying to like tap dance along with like one of my feet. I was like, he's going so fast.
So the tap makes it sound faster, but definitely it was cool. So there was something that I saw there. I've seen this a lot, and I know that I am in a very, very small way guilty of this. So first of all, I might offend one of our listeners for sure because I know that she does this.
Oh.
I'm not going to name names, and maybe she'll just not know that I'm talking about her.
Okay.
So there's people of a certain age group that record things or take pictures of things that nobody cares about or wants to see.
Yeah.
So I'll give you an example of this. I went to this business conference last week called Preview Las Vegas, and they have these slides up, and almost all the time the presenters will say, hey, don't worry about these slides, I'll send them out in an email afterwards. But there's still people taking pictures of the slides. Or there will be a panel discussion, and people will take pictures of people on the panel discussion. They're just normal schlubs like me. And so I just could imagine, hey, take a look at this. Here's some people I saw at this conference. Like, you don't care.
Yeah.
Renee doesn't care. Nobody cares.
Sometimes I'll just be sitting on the bus ride, and I'll just go like, picture time, and I just take a picture of one of my friends, completely unexpected, and they'll be like, what?
If you showed me that picture, I just don't care. I don't care. Anyway, so there was this group of ladies in front of us. They were older. They were probably in their 60s or so. And they were recording a lot of the show. Like they would record lots of the songs. And this is where I then saw the thing that just makes me laugh, where they thought they were filming, but they were taking pictures.
Ooh, this is going to be a good one.
Yeah, this is gonna, oh, I can't wait to hear the sound on this one. Oh, wait, no, how come it's not recording? Because you're on photo mode.
Silly.
And where I'm guilty of this is when it's like I'm with my kids and I'm like, hey, let's do a quick selfie or whatever, just because I'm trying to be funny and annoying as a dad more than anything. And I always forget, like, okay, as we're doing the selfie, like, which button do I push to do the selfie?
Like, I remember, like, one time, Mom was trying to do a selfie, or I don't remember who, but somebody was trying to do a selfie, and they're like, which button do I push? and then, like, they accidentally pushed, like, the off button.
Yeah, that was me. That was me when we dropped off Aubrey. That was before we had the segment of Old Man Moments.
Yeah.
Old Man Moments! So, yeah, that is 100%, that was me, because I pushed the up volume button, not the down volume button, or I don't care. Whatever it was I pushed, it was wrong. It was a cardinal sin, and that's what I get for being old.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So yeah, I thought that was a super fun concert. Would go back. Do you remember the name of the band? What they were called?
Like Fire or Hot Sardines.
The Hot Sardines.
Yeah.
I meant to look them up, see if they got anything on Apple Music. So
yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. So I said Apple Music reminds me. We have a new area where you can find your podcast.
Yeah, so if you don't have Spotify, you can listen to us now on Apple Podcasts.
Apple Podcasts. We're there. You can look us up. Now, that brings up something that's worth talking about.
Yeah, we do have some competition.
Well, I mean, we do. We do have competition. And look, I'm up for it. I don't know how you're feeling about it. If you're intimidated.
I'm not intimidated one bit.
So apparently, look, we know that the name Cats in the Cradle is not the most original name.
Yeah. There's a song, I think.
Yeah, I think there might be some song about a father who ignores his son. And then
son wants to be like him, so then he turns out ignores his family.
It's called Payback, sucker. And that's, honestly, I've ignored Jonathan for most of his life.
Yeah. Like, hey, Dad, you want to go play catch? Go play the piano.
go play the piano. I'm watching the ball game, kid. So anyway, that's part of the reason we're doing this podcast is so you can be just like me. So you can ignore your kid when you have a kid.
Yeah.
So anyway, we named it, we were afraid of attracting cat people.
And we are not afraid anymore. We welcome those cat people.
Yeah, well, cat people, we love you. We just don't love what your cats are going to do to us. I'm highly allergic to them.
Oh, speaking of cats. Actually, I forgot what the...
All right, you hold that you get that brain working to get back to that cat moment. But let's talk about our competition. So there are, to my knowledge, 2 other podcasts on Apple Podcasts. I don't want to necessarily advertise for them, but you can go check them out if you want to. 2 other podcasts on the Apple network that have our share our name. Now, look, one of them has 2 episodes.
Yeah, and one of them has 1.
One has 1. Let's talk about the one that has 1 first. So tell us. I mean, we didn't listen to the whole thing. It was 13 minutes long, and it felt long even for that. Yeah,
we started in 30 seconds. We're like, whew, this is a long one.
This is tough. She talks about her grandma and her cats.
So, in the beginning of it, it was like, so it sounded like she was reading off like a paper. Just
she totally was.
Like
she was reading the story like her mom had told or something. I don't know.
And it was like, my cat jumped off to the fridge and then was like running around the cookie cupboard or whatever. And this was a story my grandma told my mom when she was a young child.
And look, I know cats are these animals that are like highly sophisticated and complicated and whatever. They do mind games with you and all this kind of stuff. But look, if you're a cat lady or cat guy and you got cats running around on your counters, don't invite me over to eat.
Yeah, I mean, like, why do just stay on the ground? Like, unless you can fly, stay on the ground.
I'll tell you. So Nate Bargatze tells this joke about a cat. You remember this one?
Yeah, I remember.
Like I guess his parents' cat was kind of fat.
Yeah, and then it like jumps on top of the fridge. Yeah. And he's like, if I jumped on top of a school bus,
he would have been like, yeah, you kind of lose about 20 pounds. Like, dude, I just jumped on that school bus. Leave me alone. But anyway, so the other podcast was similar to ours, right? A father-son duo.
And I'm pretty sure like one more person in there or something.
You might have had another kid in there or something. Yeah. They're from Kentucky, I believe, or somewhere down south.
Yeah. But I think this one was kind of funny because we were like skipping around a little bit. And so we're like listening and it's like, it says school, guns, metal detector, and Godzilla.
Yeah, we were just kind of fast forward there, and yeah, we got some little snippets. So look, if you like our podcast, keep listening to it. If you have tons of time on your hand and you want to just waste it, then check out theirs.
Yeah.
They'll wonder, whoa, how come people are listening to ours all of a sudden?
And look at the other Cats in the Cradle podcast.
And I'll tell you what, one thing that they definitely had over ours, they had production value.
They did.
We are still looking for a producer, and the pay has not changed.
Yes. Zero monies.
But I'll tell you, once we go big, because we're starting to go viral.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I think we're still in the mid, like.
Well, if you look at our growth rate, I mean, we have grown astronomically.
I see.
So if we continue this growth, then in no time, Joe Rogan is going to be having us on his show.
Yeah, no time at all.
I'm going to book the flight, plane tickets to Austin right now.
Okay. Also, I would like to shout out to my friend Rio. His birthday is tomorrow, so.
Is Rio a listener?
No, he's not.
No shout outs to people that don't listen. They got to be a listener to get a shout out. So is Trevor a listener?
His dad is.
All right, that's right. All right, so we'll shout out to Trevor. Rio better become a listener or else. All right, or else maybe you're not going to this party on Friday.
Maybe.
Okay, something I want to talk about. This is something I've kind of been thinking about for a while. And this is not coming from a prideful position or anything like that. But I was thinking, like, every family is unique.
Yeah.
You know, like there's just a certain way that you do things. There's certain, just customs and traditions that everybody has.
Yeah.
And so I've been thinking, I asked you to think about this as well, but I've been thinking, okay, what are some things that our family does that you don't think other families do? Like what's something that we do that's unique about us?
I'd probably say, we eat like a variety of foods, but like on some birthdays, like David's birthday, we always eat beef bulgogi. On my birthday, we always eat hamburgers.
Isn't that what you pick though? I mean, you get the choice.
Yeah, I know, but I think it's that is kind of unique that we keep on eating the same food.
Yeah, and I guess if it's your favorite, that's
yeah.
So when I was growing up, we had like the same 4 or 5 meals every week.
Yeah.
And so like Monday was spaghetti night, and then Tuesday might have been tacos or whatever it was. And then like, I don't remember what the other ones were. There might have been a new meal mixed in there every now and then. But like Friday and Saturday was like either leftovers or mac and cheese and bean and cheese burritos.
Ooh. Yeah. So I think I don't think I would like, I wouldn't like that. 'Cause then it's just like you're eating the same foods over and over again.
Yeah. I mean, there's good and bad too, to expect. Hey, it's Monday. That means eat at a friend's house, or it means enjoy the spaghetti.
Yeah.
So any other thoughts of things that we do that are unique to us?
Well, we have a Oriental medicine doctor.
We do. So we get a lot of acupuncture. We get a lot of like weird treatments like that. That's pretty unique.
Oh.
Yeah.
We don't use our dishwasher.
Yeah, we don't.
So our dishwasher has a very strong smell of like old dead fish, and it's broken. So we try to fix it like twice, and then
so we got it fixed. Like it legit was fixed.
Yeah.
And then it was working, and then we just got in the habit of washing dishes by hand.
Wait, is it still fixed?
Well, so that's the crazy thing is because Ralph, when he washes dishes, no offense, Ralph, and you don't listen very often, but he doesn't wash very good. Like his silverware job's kind of, on the sketchy side at times. And so I said, all right, Ralph, you got to use the dishwasher.
Yeah.
And when we went to do it, it stopped working again. So I guess it's sitting for like a year and a half, 2 years, made it stop working somehow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. So, all right, so here's some things I was thinking of that our family does that is unique to us. So we will do these weird goals.
Yeah.
I don't know many people that will say, hey, you're doing a no sweets for 6 months or whatever it is. And so we've done this for a long time. In fact, we've used this as a carrot for our kids of like, hey, you want to go to Disneyland? Okay, let's do no sweets for 6 months, and then we'll do a Disney trip. And what was crazy about this, so I remember we'd do this, and so like the kids would go to school, and like their kindergartner teachers like giving them like lollipop for the day, or it's Tom's birthday, and so he's bringing cupcakes, and so our kids would say, oh, I can't have a cupcake because I'm going to Disneyland. And the teacher would look at him like, I don't quite understand the correlation between those two. Like,
I'm going to Disney.
I'm going and so they would say like, hey, how come, Addison said she can't have a cupcake because she's going to Disneyland. Yeah, we're doing this no sweets challenge, so blah, 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 blah. So, we do that. We also do these exercise kind of goals every now and then.
Yeah.
Like I ran 5Ks with Addison. We've done CrossFit, with kids at the house and that kind of stuff.
I do like a small kind of type workout before I go to bed.
Hey, you're getting ripped, man. How many push-ups you doing tonight?
25.
That's it, because it looks like you're doing like 250 with how big the muscles are getting there. It's a good thing this is an audio podcast, because ladies, watch out.
Dad, did you get a ticket?
A ticket?
To the gun show.
Yeah, for those of you who can't see, I'll go ahead and describe the picture here. Just imagine your stereotypical 11, almost 12-year-old. No, 12, almost 13-year-old.
Yeah.
And there is a flex, and he is about to put a hole in his shirt. Oh, there we go. His onesie pajamas just got zipped, and the six-pack has come out on display. All right, we're going to go ahead and... All right, so here's some other things that we do that I think is interesting. We have done this a number of times where we'll rent a 12-passenger van. Yeah. We'll load up our minivan, and you and the kids invite a bunch of friends, and we will leave early in the morning, go to the beach, and come back that evening.
Beach day.
Beach days are a great day.
I just love the beach in general. It's like a good way to get less white and to have fun.
Yeah, and here the problem, you're pasty. Like, you're pasty white. And so you'll
sour cream.
You are sour cream. You are white milk. And so you will be less white. You'll usually be red as the color you usually turn.
Yeah.
But I know people say, man, you're crazy or whatever. And it's so much fun.
It is so much fun.
The kids have a blast. We'll get up early. We go, I just say, hey, look, I'm not buying their food. We'll buy a bunch of snacks, a bunch of water, bring games. And we just have a great day at the beach. It's a blast.
Yeah. I remember one time, I think, my cousin Lincoln came, and he got his foot stung by a stingray just floating around. The
stingrays are dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that might have been a different type of trip, but that definitely did happen. Yeah. You're right. We've done the same thing with Disneyland, right? Where we just get up butt early. Hey, bring your friends, and that one I definitely don't pay for. But yeah, and people, when I tell people what I do, they look at me like I'm crazy, and they're like, "Why do you do this?" And I'm like, the kids have so much fun. It's like, why would I not do it?
Yeah.
And I'm young still. There was once I was doing it. My goodness, I was so tired. Like, I had the windows rolled down. So it's probably February, so it's cold outside.
Yeah.
I had the windows rolled down, the radio as loud as it could go, and I'm screaming the lyrics along with it, because if I wasn't doing that, I might have been falling asleep. So that might be dangerous.
Yeah. I think that's kind of a good idea.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know why, but cold, wakes you up. And, so it's just, cold wind in your face. And then you're kind of just, yelling at yourself, stay awake! But you're just singing a song.
Singing a song, man. They're rocking out some Metallica or something like that. Yeah. So, something else. Our family does a lot of sports. I know other families do sports, but I think if you were to take a comparison between our family and the average American family, I think we might do more sports than most.
Yeah, I think so. I don't do that much sports. I'll play basketball or football at school during PE, but
you're doing tennis.
Yeah, tennis.
You're doing some kind of workout CrossFit stuff.
Yeah. I think we need to get me into another sport.
Oh, I know. You boys have been asking for flag football for a while. I just need to... If the listeners want me to do this, they need to speak out.
Yeah. Leave a review and follow /share.
Yeah, post us on your social media. Look, my cousin Heather, who we gave a shout out to last week, who sent us the candles, and thanks again for that. We had fish tacos on Monday, and since we've had those fish tacos, our house has not stopped smelling like fish.
My locker smells like fish now. I'm I'll open up my locker, I'm like, Oh, what is that? I'm like, close.
So maybe it's you then. All right, so we found the mystery. It's Jonathan's backpack.
I took a shower.
No, your backpack. But anyway, so we've been, using those candles to get that sent out. But anyway, the fish tacos were delicious, but at least Jonathan doesn't like fish tacos. Ralph loves them.
Yeah, I had a little bit of fish taco.
But I think we play a lot of sports. Now, I don't have a problem with that. I'll tell you, one of the joys of my life has been coaching my kids in sports. It's been a lot of fun doing that.
Volleyball, football, soccer. Yeah.
I haven't coached basketball, but there's a lot of basketball we play. In fact, I need to give a quick review. So I know a lot of you guys have been on pins and needles wanting the local youth sports update for the NJB League.
Ooh.
It's a hot topic. Lots of competition going on there. And, of course, there was a battle tonight between your Team Vegas, which Ralph plays on.
Team Vegas!
And the NJB Rebels.
Ooh.
So there's a showdown tonight. I was out of town. My plane landed. The game starts at 7. My plane lands at 7. I was able to get to the game at the fourth quarter. Yeah. And Ralph hit 3 threes in a row.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Where even were you? I didn't even know that you were... I didn't know you were gone at all.
Yeah, just a quick trip to California. Had a conference to attend. I was on a panel. It was pretty boring that nobody wants to hear about.
Yeah, a panel that you took a picture of?
Somebody took a video of it. I just thought, I don't know who's going to watch this and why they would watch this.
Maybe just, but there's no point.
But yeah, it was good. It was good. So there's your update for that. But yeah, so there's a quick story I want to share. So I'm helping coach soccer. Mm-hmm. And this is when Addison was probably, I don't know, she was probably 10 years old or so.
Yeah.
And so she's playing, and we're playing this team this team's good. They're really good. And they're not just good, they're aggressive, and they're pretty mean. Like, girls can be aggressively mean.
Yeah, I agree.
So anyway, so Addison's playing goalie, and, we're getting beat pretty bad. It's probably 4-0 or something like that. It's not looking good for us. But we're hanging tough despite the team playing. And so at some point they shoot the ball, they kick the ball towards the goal. Addison stops it, it bounces off her hands, and then she dives to cover it up. Mm-hmm. And this girl comes up and kicks the quote unquote ball, but kicks Addison's arm.
Yeah, she's just rapid.
She's laying on the ground. It wasn't rapid. She kicked her once.
Oh, once?
Yes. And so, like Addison's in pain, kind of like an injury timeout situation. And I'm yelling at the other team by yelling at the referee. Because really, I don't care they're 10 years old. This team was good enough. That girl should have been red carded and kicked off. She should have been kicked off the field. That was 100% deserved. Because you just don't do that.
Yeah.
So I go to Addison, and I'm like, she's kind of crying a little bit. I'm like, how are you doing? She goes, Dad, it hurts really bad. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I get it. I know it hurts, but can you keep playing? And she's like, Dad, I don't think I can. It's really bad. And so I'm like, all right, man. Like, okay, well, take off her goalie jersey and we give it to this other girl. And
gonna have to amputate.
No, so she's sitting on the sideline, and her arm's hurting and stuff. And I said, hey, Addie, I know your arm hurts, but your legs are fine. We need you on defense. Can you get in there? And she goes, Dad, I can't. And so, look, part of me, like, I grow up, like, watching Michael Jordan with, he had this game where he had the flu. He had, like, 103 fever or whatever. And he goes out and scores, a bunch of points.
103 points.
Well, not quite 103 points, but, he's, like, dying, needing an IV on the sideline. And he's, putting out his best effort. And so I'm, like, trying to instill this, like, toughness of, like, you can do it. And so, anyway, after the game, we're driving home. I'm like, all right, can you make a fist? Yeah, I can make a fist. Well, does it hurt when you do this? No. I'm thinking, yeah, okay, you got kicked in the arm. It's going to hurt. Like, that's a consequence of getting kicked. So I don't want to take her to the hospital or anything like that. I'm just like, all right, we're done.
Yeah.
So she wakes up the next morning, and she is walking downstairs, and she has her arm clutched against her chest. Like, just, braced up, like holding her arm close to her chest because she's in a significant amount of pain. I'm thinking, seriously, dude, you just got kicked? And so I'm like, all right. So I call a buddy of mine who is a chiropractor, and I know chiropractors aren't going to fix a broken bone. Yeah. But he has an x-ray machine in his office. Yeah. So I call him, hey, can we just take a quick x-ray? It'll confirm that it's not broken. Yep, come on down. We take that dang x-ray. It was broken.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's a parent fail. And then what Renee was like, and now you got to fix it. Because you didn't take care of this last night. Now it's on you today.
You're going to have to get a wrench and a hammer.
So, yeah, that's a parent fail.
Yeah.
Sorry, Addison. You're tough.
Yeah. I think like I have some funny soccer stories. One of them, so Ralph, my little brother, he hasn't gone like a goal like the whole soccer season because he'll be like more pass, you know.
Well, and he's younger too, right? So
yeah,
we're probably playing in a league where you're probably like 6 years old and he's 4.
Yeah, and so he's playing up and he's about to get his very first goal. He's running down wide open. He kicks it, and I run up to the ball, and it's about to go in, and I just kick it as hard as I can, and I make it into the goal, and then Ralph's like, "Come on, Jonathan, why are you doing that?" And I was like, "Well, the goalie was gonna block it."
The goalie's probably picking daisies at this stage, man.
Yeah.
Take that, Ralph. Hey, thanks for the assist, buddy.
Yeah, and I was another story. I was goalie, and I was I love goalie because I could just do whatever I wanted. It's kind of just like because our team was good, and I mean like really good, and so I would just be like crisscross applesauce on the floor, picking grass and stuff. And one time, I was sticking my arms through the net. And my legs and stuff, and my mom's like, "Jonathan, come on, you gotta get out. They're coming up to get a score." And I was like, "No, they're not." As they score on me.
If that was when I was coaching, I would have benched you, man. That was probably somebody else's coach. There's no way I'd tolerate that behavior.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. All right, well, that's that's why we don't play soccer anymore.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right, I got my old man moment for the day.
Ooh.
Old man moments. Okay. Brought to you by Old Spice. They haven't paid us yet for that sponsorship. We're gonna keep doing it. One day we're gonna get a check for thousands of dollars
From
Old Spice.
Spice Old.
I've used Old Spice deodorant for probably a decade or two.
I use Old Spice deodorant daily.
Yeah, and the body wash. I think you use the body wash as well.
I do.
Yeah, so for your deodorant and body cleansing needs, use Old Spice.
Yeah.
All right, so I went to lunch with my mom yesterday.
Oh.
It was her birthday, and so I took her to lunch. And the old man moment comes here where we go into this restaurant, and I was cold, and the music was too loud. And that's, there's some places like we're trying to have conversations, and this particular restaurant is Cafe Rio. It's near her house, and it's always, I mean, I've been in there in the winter. It's winter time now. The AC was blasting as cold as it could blow.
And then
in the summer, it does the same thing.
The music like,
I don't know about that. It was pretty loud.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't screeching like you just were, but it was just like it was abnormally loud. It's not usually that loud. That's my old man moment. It's just sometimes, look, I just want to go somewhere where it's just quiet. I don't need to have. I don't want to have to yell to communicate, and I don't have to like, my dad is funny because he has hearing aids now, but for years he didn't have hearing aids, and so there was dinner conversations that he would just laugh when we would laugh, but he wouldn't know what we were laughing about. And then when there was something that he could kind of understand, he wanted to follow it, he would like cup his ear and like lean in towards us. Yeah. And I, maybe it's too many concerts or whatever, but I don't want to have to lean in to have these conversations because it's so loud.
I feel like the loud music is, I mean, it's kind of an old man moment, but it shows a sign of youngness, because you can hear that music, and maybe you have a heightened sense of hearing because of how loud it was.
I appreciate that attempt of a compliment.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna, that's my old man moment.
Yeah.
Do you have a young man moment yet?
Well, I think I do. I came home, and I was feeling good, and so I was just skipping around with joy, and I was jumping high. I think I jumped up when my feet were at Mom's head, and
you can't jump that high, buddy.
Yeah, if I jump off the counter, I can.
We got that jump training, You can do some jump training. We'll get you jumping high.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Okay. We do need to do a follow-up on our last podcast. So I talked about the I'm Not Johnston story.
Oh, I'm Not Johnson?
And Unia.
Yeah.
And I need to report back. There was somebody left a comment on Facebook about, hey, we need to hear back from Union. And so I did reach out to Unia.
Yeah.
I reached out on 2 occasions. And Unia she didn't reply to me.
I have a theory. Unia has blocked you from her contacts.
That theory is highly likely.
Yeah.
And a little bit disappointing because really what I asked her for was a picture of her Jadestone bracelet because I was really interested. I mean, I thought that would have been a classy move of her.
Yeah.
She bugged me. I was polite to her, teased her a little bit. It would have been nice just to give me a picture of the bracelet.
Yeah. I also follow up for the scam with my teacher at school. She was not scammed, thank goodness. I'm pretty sure. I think she figured out something fishy was going on.
You know what's funny is I think on Saturday I got a text saying that I needed to click on the link for the package.
Actually,
yeah,
that everybody was getting that. It was like
it's a common one.
Yeah, people just going around.
Yeah, don't click on if it's a link and you don't know, you don't trust it. Just don't click on it.
Yeah.
You know, if I ordered a package on Amazon, well then go on Amazon and check there.
Yeah. Also, there's like I got this scam in the past, and it's like, hey person, he's like, check out this song I just made or whatever, and it has like a link, and I'm like, I would never click on that. I can't click on that for one, and even if I could, I wouldn't click on it.
You know what one of the original scams that was ever pulled by man?
What?
Your grandpa does this all the time. He's quite the scammer.
Oh, is he a prank caller?
The original scam was the old pull my finger trick.
Oh. Maybe we should try it now.
I'm not ready for it. I don't know if you're ready for it. If you can do that on demand, that's a pretty good talent. All right, there you go. Okay, we've now gone down to the 7th grade level in which you reside. So it makes sense.
Oh, okay. Also, I think something is really funny. On our teachers always compare us. It's like, come on, guys, you're not 2nd graders, you're 7th graders. And I was like, we are 7th graders, and we're supposed to be loud and rowdy and stuff like that. And so I'm like, I'm thinking in my brain, don't compare us to 7th graders. Compare us to you guys are mature. You guys have are mature enough or whatever. Because if you're yeah, you guys are 7th graders. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be swinging from the roof.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what So I've been part of a couple of classes in my school days when the teacher would say, man, this is the best class I've ever had. Maybe they're just blowing smoke up our butts, whatever. But I'll be honest, I've also been a part of a number of classes where the teacher says, this hands down is the worst class I've ever had. And it was usually specifically me they were talking to.
They pull you aside and Josh, this class, you know what? I'll just send you to a different class. I'd get people riled up a little bit. I'll tell one last story, then I think we got to end. But so I was in 9th grade history class, and Miss Holland, I'm sorry, but so I'm talking. She's explaining some assignment, and I'm talking to somebody behind me. Yeah.
And so, I'm done having the conversation, and she's subsequently done explaining the instructions of the work that we were supposed to be doing. And so everyone's quiet and working, and I'm like, whoa, what are we supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
I don't know because I was talking. And so I asked the person next to me, hey, what are we supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
They start explaining to me what the assignment is. And the teacher then says, Josh, how come every time everyone is working, you're talking? Why can't you just, be quiet? And so I said, well, how am I supposed to do the assignment if I don't know what it is? And she says, surprise me. To which I yell, surprise! And it got a really good laugh out of the class. And I would have gotten away with it if the class didn't laugh so hard. But the class, they really enjoyed that one. And so she kicked me out of the class. And that was how I ended my 9th grade world history class.
Oh, that's nice.
I apologize, Miss Holland. You were a saint. You didn't deserve that.
Yeah. Okay, I have one really big pet peeve, and this just makes me angry. So, no offense, but my science teacher, so every single day.
Hold on, does the science teacher listen?
No.
And we could go big. This could be offensive towards him.
Okay. Herb. Okay. Yeah, we really just ticked her off.
Oh, boy.
I'm sorry. But, so we'll be doing the like, daily news, and we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. And she skips the Pledge of Allegiance.
Ooh, that's not cool, man.
I know. I'm like, respect the flag.
Respect the country.
Yeah. I mean, like, sometimes, like, it's like, please stand for 30 seconds of silence. I stand up and I say the pledge during that 30 seconds of silence sometimes.
Heck yeah, man. Good for
Yeah.
you. Proud to be an American. That's a fist bump right there. It's a proud parent moment right there.
Don't disrespect the flag or the country.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good, we're going to end right there. A little proud to be an American right there. We're not going to sing it, but we are going to feel it. I'm feeling a little patriotic right now.
Yeah.
I want to go freaking pledge allegiance to the flag myself.
Buy an AR and a hot dog.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's rock it. All right, hey, thanks for listening. We really do appreciate it. And hey, look, listenership's gone up, man. Don't be afraid to share this with your friends and enemies.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Peace out. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.